something over so you can't read it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking...
What's that? We can't read yours either. The number's frozen. So we finished with Sook Pass, and as we started heading down into the valley again, a huge snowstorm started rolling into the mountains. We then had to make the choice, the 50-50 choice of stay in the mountains and pray we didn't get snowed on or rained on, or make a beeline to the beach and pray it missed us altogether.
What do you think of 4,000 meters high?
And this is our way of refrigerating the beer.
Nice.
We ended up going for the beach, and as we got down there we could see lightning in the distance all over the place, and we're just driving around. It's night now. We meet this guy and he was just like, oh, you can stay in my yurt if you like, and we were obviously like, fuck yeah, we're staying in a yurt.
There's so much room for activity in the yard. God, it's almost as if it was how's this not?
So, no handsies.
Okay.
No penises.
Oh.
Keep it paired. Keep it clean. First one down, lays down, stays down. 10 seconds. That's the game. Bow.
Bow. Okay. Bow.
Worm.
Worm. Oh. Rich is going hard, but Andre has this ability.
1 eternity later.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Definitely.
Sorry.
No, I think we got plenty. This is their morning workout. Throwing back and forth a can of petrol. Really works out the upper body. Gets your core muscle in there. Some of the glutes, you know, you got that bend down.
We woke up after sleeping in the yurt, and we had to face driving through the wreckage that the storm had created. So we were driving along the road, and there were these giant hailstones, like literally like rocks. I have never seen hailstones that big before. And there were trees down, there was stuff all in the roads, and it was just chaos.
Especially K11.
Got ones that are like... Technically though, in geographical terms, these aren't hills, these are mountains.
We again find ourselves on roads that we really should not be on.
We eventually found, or we were driving along the road that maps had told us to go along, and we found out that it was an old riverbed. And I just remember the micro like sliding back down because of all the rocks and the angle of the riverbed. But we eventually found what we thought was the road we were supposed to be on. Whilst we were driving up the riverbed, the micro got a puncture, so that was our next hurdle. We turned around and we found this guy who had a really old-fashioned pump, and he started pumping the tyre for us, and this lady let us pick apples in her garden whilst we waited.
So we've just come into this random town in Kyrgyzstan, and we pulled over and asked the guy for some air in a tyre, and he's just gone out what looks to be a bicycle pump to pump up the tyre, although he's disappeared to get something else. So who knows what's about to happen.
That is a old school pump. How's it going, Rich?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. I needed a bit of a workout.
So this kind woman is letting us take her apples.
Nice. She's now forcing Andre to get more. So Anna, what do you think of your first experience of breaking down in the middle of nowhere?
It was really fun. You got really nice apples. It was really nice. And we gave some sweets, and the little kid was so excited. She was so sweet. I was so happy about it.
Oh. Ah, hello. Where are you going, eh? You're going that way. Alright.
So we eventually found a route to the border, and we were driving through the night. We got there, it was up in the mountains, on the small mountain pass, so it was freezing cold, and there was a yurt sitting right next to the border. So we spoke with the border guards, because the border had closed then, to ask if we could stay in it, and they said yes at a price. But unfortunately all we had with us was a mixture of different currencies and change, so we just got it all together and presented them with that, and they said it was fine. So we slept in the yurt.
So we finally got to the Kazakh border to discover it's shut, and we've been told to come back away from the border and possibly go and stay in a yurt that's over there, which we're about to go and have a look at. So yeah, all good fun.
It looks alright actually.
Oh yeah, it looks like it will keep us warm. Yeah. In the Kyrgyz mountains, because it's cold. Yeah, no. Also,
Пойдет. 7 человек сюда спать.
thought you could feel it. It's
Okay, this is good.
This is good, yeah. You can already feel the temperature difference in it.
So yeah, we get set up in the yurt and got nice and comfy, but we didn't have too much. We didn't have any alcohol left or anything like that. So we didn't have too much to occupy our time, and we just decided to come up with a country, and that was the Independent Republic of Yurtistan. And that's where that started. Well, you know, each individual country has to have their own traditions and sports.
Yeah.
The national sport is Italian Uno.
We are enjoying the national pastime, which is fake Star Wars videos.
Welcome to Space Hooters!
That when you pour somebody a drink, you hold the drink up and you say Rokoknia, and then when everyone says back to you, Grasmirod, and then that's your cheers for Yurtistan.
$7.15. Everybody up. Yep.
So we woke up the next morning and it was really cold, but because it was so early and we were literally sleeping right on the border, we were able to be one of the first people to get through. Drove through, got to Kazakhstan again, and found some really good food and kind of went on our way.
Rich, I'll put the stove away. Come eat.
Yeah, we finally get over to Amity, and we kind of had finally like a little bit of a break. So we kind of sat down, relaxed, and started hashing out what the plan was going to be for the next portion of the trip. And that's kind of when we realized we were a little bit behind on time, a lot more than we thought we were going to be.
We're incredibly tired, and this is where the time pressure of the trip, the lack of funds, the lack of planning, and the general lack of knowledge all come down really hard and are collectively hurting us, shall we say. We need to be in Vladivostok in 7 days. We have 1 week yet. So effectively crossing the width of the United States, a bit longer I believe, which is easy in a week, but the roads aren't American roads, they are Kazakh and East Russian roads in Siberia. We also have 2 cars on the verge of breaking down, and we're also figuring out the whole flying situation.
Looking at that, it was really, really cheap to fly out of Seoul in Korea. And Japan being one of those things that's just, it's Japan. It was right there, and then when we started looking at the flights and the realities of it, it was actually within the budget. It wasn't something we planned to be, but it was something that if we had done it right, it could still be within the budget. And that's when that idea hatched to hitchhike all the way down through Japan. And
Yeah.
So it's like £3 difference.
And that's actually cheap.
And you may as well just go
What are you
direct.
doing?
I'm just catching you in the moment with your beautiful maths.
I love doing that.
as far as everything goes, it's one of the best last minute decisions ever been made in my life, for that matter. It's Japan. Like, my life is forever changed from Japan, because it's Japan.
We're sorting out insurance for the cars, so we don't have to pay another Kazakh bribe because they suck. But this is what we signed up for. Complete chaos, shit show in a country that you don't really understand. Yeah, so global convoy fucked, but as always in a good way. Yay! So, middle of nowhere, Kazakhstan, round 2. Yeah.
They have diesel here. The issue is it appears to be black market.
A list of all the critical problems of our cars. Yes, it's double-sided.
So we just wanted to thank everybody who subscribed to us on YouTube so far. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, please click the button. There's a button that's on the side there. Please, just please. Ah! Also,